Hello and welcome to the Awakening Study Group. The group where seekers come to get clarity on the path of awakening, of spiritual awakening and spiritual growth. So we are here as guides to help you get clarity in your awakening process, which we know is happening to a lot of you. You feel the calling to awaken. You feel there's something you have to seek, to try to find. And this is it, this is the times now. We are in the times now of awakening. And Michael Monk and I, we are here as guides to help you get clarity on what you're seeking, and for us, as the part of the clarity, we want to clarify the terms and everything. So we have a specific definition for us for awakening, spiritual awakening. So for us, spiritual awakening is the realization that you are the spirit and that you have a physical body. So the realization, not the believing. It's not like I believe I am spirit. And it's not that I know I am spirit. It's even deeper than that. It's a realization that you are spirit. And the only way to attain that realization is for you to have your own experience, your own spiritual experience, and then be able to change the idea of self towards spirit. So you will identify with spirit more than you identify with the physical body. And the fact is, you are already spirit, right? But you have not realized that yet. So that's because your sense of self is attached to the physical body and the story of your life, what happened to you since the birth here. This is your sense of self, and you are like attached to that because you've been living that life throughout since birth. It's normal. But to awaken, you have to step out of this idea and embrace the idea of being spirit. But the fact is, you already are spirit. So what I want to emphasize here is your idea of self as being a physical body, and your story is just an idea. The truth is that you are already spirit, but the spirit is so locked in here that you believe that you are that. So the lessons Marcus shares, if practiced regularly, helps you loosen all these ideas, all these limitations that have you believe you are just a physical body or your story. Practicing the lessons helps you see that you're not as rigid as you think you are. Like the energy sensitivity exercises we shared, where you start to feel and bring presence more and more in specific areas of your body. Then you can start to move that sensation that helps you realize there's something that you can control, uh, even past your physical body. It starts to loosen the idea of the rigidity of self. And you start to realize the freedom it already has. But slowly but surely, you start to move it a bit more, like we shared in the last video, the partial disembodiment exercise, where you start to try to move out of your body a little more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and just stay there, because as we shared at first, the energy flows where attention goes. And I always add to that energy accumulates or intensifies or densifies where attention stays. Where you can hold your attention, it accumulates. So if you can bring your attention up here above your hand here and stay there for a while, you will feel the densification. You will feel it more. And that tells you that something's happening past your physical body. And the more you accept that, it loosens your idea of self, which is when someone starts the path, the idea of self is really locked in the physical body and the story. Except if you already had your own spiritual experience, sometimes it happens. People get their own spiritual experience and then realize there's something more. And oftentimes, these people will become true seekers, because they experience it once and they want to understand it more. So we are there for you too, if you are of that type, and help you get clarity and get constant results, right? So there's all these exercises that you can implement into your daily life. You don't have to. It's better to dedicate like a specific amount of time every day to do these exercises. But we understand that life happens, and sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. But what I would suggest you to do is to just implement like short bits of these exercises into your life. Each time you have 2 minutes, you have 1 minute here, you have 5 minutes here. Just do it like that until it sinks in, that that's what you're doing. What you're doing is trying to grow, understand the spirit, trying to awaken, Make it like a strong desire for you to get there and to do what's necessary to do it, even if it's like a 2 minute here, because just becoming aware of energy and becoming aware of presence and all that, and practicing it like throughout your day, like it grows, because you're doing it. You are doing it. You're not just lost in your thoughts all day and every day, and just in your thoughts all day. You're becoming more and more present, just doing your small presence exercises, bringing presence in your hands, bringing presence into your feet, and moving it. Just that, if you do it consistently every day, like throughout your day, it will help you. And so you just have to realize that all the blockages, everything that's preventing you from knowing that you're, or realizing that you're a spirit, and between you here and realization, the realization that you're a spirit, all the mental blockages that you have, all the things inside your story or even inside your physical body that's holding you, has a hold on you, that have you doubt sometimes that you are that, everything that's preventing you from that realization, is like a code, if you want, like a weight on you realizing your spirit self. There's all these blockages attached to your sense of self that's holding you down from this realization. So our job with these exercises is to slowly release one after the other until it just becomes clear as day that you are spirit, and you have a physical body. We don't neglect the physical body. We have that physical body. It's our vessel, and we are trying to obtain the physical body. Is what we are doing with spiritual growth. The spirit is uh, at the start of our journey, if you want, as infant spirit. You're very light, very subtle. We are very subtle energy. It's only through the nervous system of a physical body that spirit can experience these intense sensations, intense levels of, or very dense levels of experience, which is the physical world, and emotions and all that. It's only through the nervous system that we can experience that, and it helps us grow. These intensities and these densities help us grow, because as we lay ourselves on these densities, become these densities. That's the gift God gave us, the physical body to help us have grow, because we don't understand growth if we don't see or feel what's next, we don't know which direction to go. So God gave us that, that sense of direction, and becomes clear we have to grow in that direction, and we choose to do it. And the clearer it gets for you, the easier it is to decide to do it, to do the exercises. And of course, the exercises become the more you grow, the exercises become stronger. You feel the energy stronger, and what do I tell you? It's not just stronger, but it becomes more detailed. It becomes more. You become more dexterous with it. Is what I want to say. So at first, it's just like a blob of energy that you feel, but the more you can feel the presence, the more dexterous you are with it, with what you can do with it, and that's part of growth too. And it's beautiful because it it gives you so much space, so much room for expression in spirit. That's all a gift from God, It's wonderful what God's offering us. But we have to choose the path. We have to awaken first. We have to feel our spirit and understand what it can and can't do, and slowly move it past the physical body, which is an exercise we're gonna do right now to, as I said, remove some mental blockages that we are rigidly fixed in the physical body. We're gonna do a small exercise that's called in the avatar lesson sensory overlap, and this exercise helps you to release this rigidity of a sense of self. So if you try to examine yourself, most of the time you're feeling yourself inside your physical body, and that's what you think you are. So you're kind of stuck there, but just because of the idea of that, but knowing that you can change that idea, just allows you to experience more. So with the sensory overlap exercise, we learn that the senses are just vibrations, and with the nervous system, there's a limit to what we can perceive in these ranges. There's a range of vibration that we can perceive through different senses. So our ears can perceive certain vibration in certain range, and it calls that sound. And the eyes will see a certain range of vibration, and we call that light, and sight. It's light, the different vibrations of light, the different colors and all that. So that's light that we perceive in sight, and all the senses the same. So reality is just this huge pool of different vibration that we perceive through our senses. And knowing that, we can understand that okay, if it's all vibration, can't we just play with all these different senses and try to merge them or interchange them? And that's what Michael did, in his own experiences. He tried to play with the sensors and merge them and see what he got. And he came up with this beautiful exercise, which is the sensory overlap. And the core of the exercise is what you're seeing, you can feel inside. So that's the major part of the exercise. What you see, anything you see with your eyes, you can feel inside, and you can prove that for yourself by just if you want to hold the pen in front of you like that, and watch the pen and relax. Relax your eyes, relax your vision, but watch the pen. Not focus on the pen, but it's as if you're daydreaming while looking at the pen, and relax like that. And slowly move your head or move the pen from right to left. Either your head or the pen. You can try both. And watch how it feels inside while you're moving the pen. Slowly. Watch how it feels inside. You can move your head and see how it feels inside towards the pen. You know, this is in the center of your vision. And while you're moving, something is happening inside. And that's the connection that's already made with the outside world that we don't notice because we have the idea of self locked inside the physical body. So we lock our awareness, if you want, most of our awareness inside here, but our spirit still flows out because it's fluid like that. Everywhere you have your attention, if you want, a sort of attention, okay, but not most of your awareness, if you can understand what I mean. So you have when you watch something, you have certain attention there, but don't have your bulk of your awareness there. So there's a part of your spirit that goes there, and we can talk about that later. There's a different level of consciousness, mental consciousness, emotional consciousness, and all that. But for now, let's keep it simple. So you have the bulk of your awareness inside, and some of your awareness or your attention is here. But to realize that you are already here, you can use that sensation that's within, feeling that it's like a cord linking the inside and the outside. You imagine there's a cord linking inside and outside, and as you move the pen from pen right and left like that, you can feel the movements inside. So you feel it and you feel the cord, and you only have to change the idea of self. You're not just feeling it inside here, but because of the code, you can be here with it and feel it here too. And this helps you have like permission slip, if you want, a reason to go outside and expand your consciousness, and helps you feel outside your physical body. And that's a small part of it, but the beautiful part of it is when you do it outside with nature. You can do that with a tree or with the lake. Anything, that you feel is beautiful. Already, you can feel what you see, right? Because you can feel beauty. Yeah, it's already happening. The truth, the truth is, you already that. You're already spirit. You're already experiencing this thing, but because of your idea of self, which is limited to your physical body, you cannot accept. Uh, you don't know how to accept or even conceive that you're fluid like that you can expand your consciousness like that, and that you can do all these things, but slowly but surely with these practices, you will. So for the tree, you can stand like maybe 10 meters from a tree and just watch the tree like I told you with the pen. So you don't focus on it. You watch it like you watch it globally, as if you're daydreaming, but still watching in that direction. When you daydream, you have the relaxed vision. You almost see it blurry, and that's what you want. You want to have it like this relaxed vision around it. Then you move yourself because of your C. You're able to move the tree. So you move yourself like left, right, and while you're watching it, you feel how it feels inside. And imagine that connection, that code from the tree to you, from this sensation, and that you are flowing through this code and reaching the tree and being there. Just imagine this happening, and you will be there with the tree, and you can experience the tree from here. This exercise is very powerful to help you have this very strong mental symbol to expand your consciousness. But you can add easily expand your consciousness like spherically. Just imagine that you are a sphere around you and hold your consciousness there. And then just be there, and feel there. Be there. But you will see that it's so much more powerful when you do it with something else, with a tree or anything, a lake, an animal, or anything. When you do it like that, it's so much more powerful. Anything you do in energy that acknowledges the other is very powerful. This is because that's the miracle. The miracle is the other. Trying to be all one and all that, it's not. It's truth, right? Because if everything is one, there's only one being. That's God, and God is holding everything like in His mind. That's the mind of God, the creation, and. But God created this for a reason, right? Not for us to come back into unity and just become one again. That's not the point of creation. The point of creation is the one that becomes many. And the more we practice, the more so the point is what when you acknowledge the other, when you do exercises, acknowledging the other is very, very powerful, It's so much more powerful than just wanting to be everything. And because you could easily fall into that direction when you come out and feel the tree, and you can even be one with the tree. That's more advanced, but you can easily say, okay, I'm the tree. Oh, I'm this and all, and try to be God. It's a natural tendency, if you want, for people expanding consciousness like that. But yeah, to each one his own path. But that's not ultimate evolution. That's not God. That's not what God wants. God wants us to be like taken care of. Like we are God's children, so God wants to have a relationship with us, and, guide us through this path and create something beautiful in the kingdom. So that's why here we choose this. We don't choose to become God. We choose to acknowledge God and have a relationship with God. Yeah. So. So that's that for the exercise. Very, very easy to implement in your daily life. Each time you have a minute or two, just the only thing that you have to practice maybe at first is the focus, the relaxation of bifocal mechanism. You don't focus like on the object or anything you want to watch, but you have a general sight. The relax sight, and a tool you can use is the symbol, the two circles symbol, the Vesica Pisces, that you can use to practice that. I think I shared it in the last video. You can we can watch that video if you want, or even research it on Google. And it's two circles like intersecting in the middle, And how to use that symbol is you relax your vision, and as soon as you see both crescents, because there are two crescents, right? When the two circles merge, there are two crescents like that. When you should see the two crescents equally, instead of maybe just one, or when you see them equally, that's when you have this relaxed and balanced vision. That's what you want to use when you do this exercise. So it is something you have to practice maybe first to be able to do that and really connect with that and feel it. But apart from that, it's very easy to implement in your day-to-day life. Just anything you watch, anything because you're always seeing something, You can just stand. If you have to wait for 5 minutes anywhere, just stand and observe something in that way, and just feel it, and imagine this connection and expand your consciousness. And that's, as I said, is the permission slip for you to expand your consciousness. But once you feel that freedom, that sense of freedom, that sense that you can expand it that way. So it's only the way you can expand is only limited by your imagination. Then you can imagine you expand in all sorts of ways and just stay there with the feeling. Helps you feel it more. And just a little exercise too, but not to really exercise, more a tip, you know, that you can use anytime you feel overwhelmed or you want to just detach from any situation, just to be able to have space, you know? And even anytime you want to just relax for a while, just a little, very little tip, but very powerful. You know, when you blow up a balloon, when you blow up a balloon, it blows up like that. You can imagine like just like breathing into yourself or blowing yourself up like from inside. You can use symbols, you know, you can use you stick your hand on your nose like that and close your mouth and imagine you're blowing up, or any way, you know, that you can imagine that you're blowing up like a balloon and just feel yourself up around your the skin of your body and be there, you know. You will see, so, especially when you're overwhelmed, when you're stressed out or anything, and you need like a moment, just expand your consciousness like that. Use that symbol, that blowing up, and you feel yourself all around and stay there. And you're not trying to change anything, right? That's important. You're not trying to calm down anything. You're not trying to do anything. You're just being around and observing. You observe yourself. And just that, you know, that perspective helps you detach from everything. And even sometimes when you don't feel like practicing your energy exercises, just do that. Just expand your consciousness and realize, okay, there's something that wants you to not practice the exercise. You know, if you don't want to practice something that's gonna grow you so much, so that's gonna awaken you and grow so much, there's a resistance. You know, that's your blockages. These blockages are holding you down. You know, and they will create those thoughts that's gonna tell you to not practice, to not do that, or why are you wasting your time, or do that instead. You know, all of these thoughts are from the blockages, because what you really want, you as spirit, is grow. Just like a tree wants to grow. It's natural, you know. So anything that doesn't want you to grow, that's holding you back, it's like this resistance. So you have to realize that too. And this expansion of consciousness, detachment from the physical body in that moment will help you like recalibrate your perspective and have you do the exercises, you know. So I hope you got a lot of value with today's awakening study group. It's a bit of a shorter one, but we still have uh, a little guided meditation we're going to do before we leave. But that was it for the lessons, and to help you find clarity and help you like have small exercises that you can implement in your daily life without having sometimes to dedicate like maybe 15-20 minutes. This is very important too, you know, but we understand that if you don't have that, you cannot choose to don't have anything, you know. If you can't have this 15-20 minutes a day, let's have it like 2 minutes here, 5 minutes here. Let's put it throughout your day, because it's very important, because as I said, you have to loosen this idea of self uh, that's uh, that's held in the physical body and in your soul. You have to loosen this idea of self to be able to accept the true self, the spirit. And if you don't experience it for yourself, nobody's gonna make you realize that. You know, I can make you believe it. You know, I can make you know it, but I cannot make you realize it. if you don't do it for yourself. So you have to feel it for yourself, experience it for yourself until you awaken yourself. And but we are still here for you. If you need, if you have questions, we're always here to help anyone who really engages on the path. And so now it's time for the short alignment exercise. Something I want to implement in at the end of every awakening study group for us to slowly but surely learn what alignment is, and slowly but surely learn the importance of alignment. How important it is for us to align. The more possible, every day would be ideal. And not 12 times a day. Every time you fall out of alignment, you should realign yourself. Um, just like a tree turns to the light, right? Tree turns to the light to grow. We turn to the light to grow. So alignment is what turns us towards the right. So we're gonna start. Take a couple of deep breaths and relax inside your body. Imagine that your body is like this this soft sofa or soft mattress, soft bed, and you lay yourself on the bed, which is yourself, and you sink into yourself and relax. Continue the deep breaths. We will now bring awareness to our hands. We will feel our hands more and more. If it helps, put your hands in front of you. It helps you feel your hands more and more. Bring awareness to your hands. With every breath, you bring more awareness to your hands. Feel your heartbeat inside your hand. More and more, more and more. Now you should be feeling more heat or colder or electric buzzing or even an electromagnetic sensation all around your hands, inside and out. Stay there with your hands and continue to feel it. Now examine which hand feels heavier, or are they totally balanced? If you feel that one hand is heavier, imagine them balancing out naturally. You don't have to force anything. Let the both hands balance naturally, like water levels up. And you will feel your hand balancing and relax even more. If something is holding you back, relax even more. You're not trying to do anything. It just balances up naturally. With the balanced hands, you felt this rise of energy, like an activation. Now imagine that your hands are both sides of your brain. The left hand is the left side of your brain. The right side is the right side of your brain. Still focusing your hands and examine, are they still balanced? If they're not balanced, let them balance out like water, naturally. Deep breath. Stay focused into your hand. Relax. Now imagine the column of energy coming from the sky, coming from higher than the sky. The column of energy right above you, straight through you, into the ground. The column of energy, column of light, right through you, straight up. The more you feel that column of energy, the more you want to fall into alignment with that column of energy. You let yourself fall into alignment, into that column of energy. There's no forcing at all. You naturally fall into alignment into that column of energy. Relax. If something is holding you back, relax even more. You're not trying to do anything. You're just letting yourself fall into this column of energy. Now we focus into our heart chakra. Then even touch your heart chakra. Feel it more. And imagine that this is our center. Our heart chakra is our center. Our heart chakra is our ground. This is where we are standing from the heart. Everything else is just densities of presence, densities of energy. The sensation below our feet is just a density of presence. Heart is our center. And the more we look into that center, which is the same for all of us, because there's only one center. The more we look into that center, the more it calls us, and we let ourselves dive in. Let ourselves dive in. Anything holding us back, we just release, relax. We're not trying to do anything. We're just accepting the invitation to fall inside. We're not trying to do anything. We're just accepting this reduction and allowing us to fall inside. Anything holding us back from falling inside, we just release by relaxing. We're not trying to do anything, just accepting the invitation from within. The more we dive in, the more intense the presence in the heart chakra is, because we're getting closer to the center. Each time we dive in, we get closer to God inside. Anything holding us back, release by relaxing. Just relaxation. With this, we are grateful. We're grateful for the power. We're grateful for growth. We're grateful for everything we're going to discover. And with that, we end the meditation. Just come back slowly. Your physical bodies. Thank you very much for your attention today. I hope it was of value for you. And as always, what we want for you is the true awakening. True awakening is the realization that you are spirit and that you have a physical body. This is achieved by the release of the idea of self and the embracing of the idea, a greater idea of self, which is spirit. And this is done by having your own experience, which is through the practice of all these presence exercises. And hoping that simplifies the path for you even more. See you next time. God bless you.